This video is the reaction and discussion of Walk Horizon, Season 1, Episode 15. The reaction will now commence. Second group? Maybe. Oh yeah, something is coming up. Is this episode gonna be more focused on the training camp? I assume. Mostly because we've been getting a lot with the kingdom. There we go, some coordination. That is obviously not something so insanely obvious. I feel like the teachers should have given that info beforehand, but anyway. Yep, that just makes sense. Alright. Just things that make a lot of sense. Yeah.
When they're provoked, I can hit them with an attack, like the Thunder Slash, to keep them focused on me instead of the rest.
Makes sense. Donkey Quas, get it. Yeah, just discovering teamwork. Got it. Makes a lot of sense. Oh, another spell? Okay, that spell actually looked cooler than our Lava, but cool. Yep, you don't need to scream the fact that he needs healing, you can just do the healing. You don't need to explain the specific details of why he needs it. I do hope that with time the explanations calm down a little bit. At least when it comes to the fight itself.
Maybe the two of us should get in a little more practice time in case they have another event.
Oh.
I'm good, really.
Blushing.
Maybe I'm thinking way too much about this.
About what? About what would happen if you actually get annihilated? And lose all of your memories? Oh yeah, this. Okay, honestly just some wholesomeness and literally... Okay, I have something to mention. Yep. Okay. What's going to be the setup for the next episode? Oh, Krusty and the princess.
To me, Master Krusty. You've assumed you could just call me out here.
Wow.
A real invitation from a gentleman?
Wow.
Honestly, I thought you'd like this. You always struck me as a person with a certain disdain for formality.
Oh.
Like our nap the other day. Look,
Wow.
may I invite you again tomorrow?
As you like. Sure. Princess. As he likes. What stink? You were destroying... I mean, I guess maybe skeletons do stink. Do skeletons stink? Yay, bonding. Is this really... I guess that's the episode. I don't think there'll be much to discuss in this episode. Wow. Did you turn into a doggy?
He's like a dog,
Yep.
golden retriever.
Wow. That's the most offensive thing ever.
He really is amazing.
Doggy.
Dog.
Wow. This is the most offensive thing.
Let me just call the heads up display and add you to my friends list.
Oh, adding him to your friends list, eh? How didn't that happen before?
And you're in.
Oh. Ha! I was seeing how it actually glitched out, which is super interesting for the story, and it actually means that he's a more interesting character with some secrets. But actually what I'm watching crashed because of internet. I don't know. It's just a funny coincidence. Anyway. And?
Well, that's weird.
Is he something else? Isn't this interesting? Yeah, is there a lot of them? Nope. Guess so. Whoa! So many fish. Look at the fish. Or rather, so much fish. I mean, do you have any high-level sorcerers with some AoE? Yep, of course, coming in safer. She's a level 90 though, doesn't she have any ability? No idea, but it's interesting, especially... Huh, so I was about to say there isn't much to talk about in this episode and everything interesting decided to happen at the end. Anime likes to do that from time to time. Okay, so most of the episode was actually the girl, I think her name is Minori or something similar to that. She was honestly just teaching everyone else that they're supposed to be working together, how they're supposed to be working together. That was honestly pretty much everything. I would love to talk about it, but it really isn't anything incredible. It makes sense that they had to go through it. It's just kids learning how to work together, their new skills, living in this world. Everything makes sense. Now, the very interesting thing is, whatever happened after this with... Well, there was also the fun little moment I have to mention, because it's always so hilarious, the interactions between Krusty and the princess. Yeah, I just really appreciate it. I guess... I mean, I said it before, Krusty is one of my favorite characters. He's just hilarious. And I do wonder now, let's talk about the very curious thing. So, are the fish that appeared connected to the dog guy? And yes, I'm calling him the dog guy, even though I feel like it's very offensive for him, but yeah, it's funny. So obviously she was making fun of him being a dog and everything like that. Regardless though, even with explaining the relationship away, I guess, between that girl and him, which I haven't learned their names. I assume with time I will. But the interesting thing, very interesting thing, so he has clothing from another world, or does he? I mean, maybe he doesn't actually. I think no, all of them have their armor. So yeah, he apparently is from the human world, although he is talking in a very odd way. And she couldn't add him to her friend list. Now, we have not seen this before because obviously, if we actually haven't seen whether someone can add people from the land to their friend list. We haven't seen whether they can add the interesting thing with the heroes, the unforgettable, unstoppable heroes that were apparently on a similar level to adventurers, which the Wizard of the Mist was talking about. All of that is very interesting. I don't know whether the Golden Boy is really connected to it. I would love to see what's his backstory, and I really appreciate that they actually gave him a little bit of a mystery to the plot with the kids, because honestly it was a little boring for me. But definitely the new introducing this new aspect with the kid being kind of mysterious or maybe not even human, who knows, definitely makes things way more curious. Anyway, though, as I said, it is possible that maybe the blonde boy is connected to the fish, but I doubt it. It is possible, though. I mean, why do I doubt it? It is 100% possible. He didn't seem to be an antagonist still, so... Oh yeah, there are some curious things happening. We did see Shiro a little bit discussing with about his scribe abilities, which I did not understand the point of the scribe class whenever it was a game, but at the same time we know that technically speaking this was always the real world, so maybe that's why it had some old classes and everything, but it doesn't matter. I'm very curious what he'll be able to do with his scribe class. He did say that they are magical scrolls, so maybe he can make magical scrolls, I assume. He hasn't talked about it, but as I said, I assume so. Regardless of this video, there you can subscribe to my channel there. Hope you enjoyed this as much as I did.